All right. So, attacking in World Wars. This was supposed to be a video which was to be uploaded or to be recorded after episode 5 or episode 6 was aired. However, our schedule has changed a little and the video is being recorded now. I have no idea when it would be aired, but this is a video that we are recording today. Uh, so, uh, this was discussed in stream. I don't know if it is going to make the final cut in our final edits. However, what essentially happens in this game is the game can be divided into three different segments. You have Dawn Age to Industrial Age, which I would say is a very defense heavy segment where your defensive capabilities will overpower your offensive capabilities. You might not be able to hit even same age bases. However, you might defend against bases which are an age higher to you. Once you get to industrial age, from industrial age all the way to information age, that is a very offensive heavy segment where you will easily be able to hit +2, sometimes even +3 ages quite easily, and that whereas your defenses will fall even if a same age attacker attacks you. So industrial to information is a very offense heavy segment. Then we have drone age and automation age, the final two ages, where the game is, I would argue, the most balanced. If it is to be slightly tilted, if the needle is to be slightly tilted, I would say it is slightly towards the defensive side of things, but offense and defense are pretty much well balanced at this point of the meta. But right now our account is Gunpowder Age, which is lesser than Industrial Age, or which is, I believe, 3 ages away from Industrial. So our offensive capabilities are very, very, very poor when compared to what we would have in 3+ ages. Now, why are our offensive capabilities so bad? The reason for that is the town center and the stronghold. Now, these two are in interesting buildings because when you are in your planning day, your teammates can donate troops to your town center and troop tactics to your stronghold. Actually, let's look at a war attack. That would be slightly better because, yeah. So you can see the guy attacks me, but right here, that is a drone age artillery, and that is another drone age artillery. Then this is a drone age armored car. So the thing is, the stats on drone age troops are significantly higher and significantly better than what stats you would have on your infantry or ranged infantry. And because of that, a lot of the times it's very hard to deal with those troops, and they simply kill your entire army in a matter of few seconds. So how do you deal with those troops? Well, when you get to industrial ages or higher, you unlock something called as airstrip, where you can train fighter planes, which are one of the best ways to deal with these defending troops. If not, you can get a war academy upgraded and have betrayal. Now, betrayal is a very interesting tactic because what it does, it essentially converts the troops which are donated to the player into your own troops. For example, if I can show you the attacks of Whipper here. If you can look, the opponent had 2 heavy tanks and 1 APC in their town center. But if we go a little further, you can see that I just betrayed both of those heavy tanks and now they are working for me, or they are a part of my army. So that is what betrayal is, and that is also one of the best ways to deal with those attackers. So, and both of those unlock at industrial age, and that is why it is said that industrial age till information age are very offense heavy, because there are so many ways you can attack a base, or there are so many different strategies you can use to assist your own army, that it's fairly easy to attack bases and get stars. When you are a lower age base, you don't really have a lot of options. You can either use sabotages, first aids, or protects. There is barrage is one of the worst troop tactics in this game, so I'm not even gonna mention it. So the only three troop war tactics you have are sabotages, first aid, and protects. That's it. How can you actually use that to your advantage, or how can you actually make sure that uh, when you make war hits, they are actually worth, you are actually doing something for your team? Well, there is this fun mechanic where if you destroy a town center before it can spawn the troops, it will never spawn those troops. So, for example, the attacker who attacked my base was trying the exact same thing. If you see, when he attacks it, he sabotages my town center to make sure that the things don't spawn. But then he mistimes the sabotages and all my troops spawn. And that is where his attack sort of fails. So it's very important for you to not do that. And that is something which we'll be going over. So how do you attack a base? Well, we'll go over their 15 and we'll talk about it. So as you can see, this is the base. Now, in the ideal scenario, you would want to destroy town center the first thing possible, and that is exactly, if you would see, I have 7 bazookas. This is where your alliance troops becomes very, very, very important. I believe it was also part of it will also be a part of episode 5, where we talk about alliance etiquettes, and where we said when you're doing multiplayer raids, you should not be needy, or you should not be begging for troops. Just say something like any, and whatever troops you get, you should use those. That is because when you're doing multiplayer raids, you are not doing anything for the team. What you are doing is you are developing or progressing your own base. You are getting resources to develop your own base. Whereas when you are in a world war, now you have a responsibility to get at least some stars for your team. And because of that, you can be needy. You can ask for troops which you want, which would which would help your army in one way or the other. And for that reason, when I asked for the troops, I specifically mentioned that I need all bazookas, and I need them as high age as possible, 1. And at 2, I mentioned that I need it for war, so that my team members knew that the bazookas that they will be providing is not, so that they know that I'm not being needy for multiplayer attacks. It's a genuine request for a war. That's it. So let's go over how we'll be tackling the base. Cool. But the attack ended well. So, yeah, uh, that is not exactly how I wanted the attack to go, but that did go in our favor. So we'll take the win. Let's go over the attack and let's just see what happened. Um, so Zooks here, that was perfect. They actually went for the Colosseum, which I'm happy about. I have no idea why they took so long to get to the town center. That made me slightly panic. But okay, that worked. MBTs went for the stronghold, which was fantastic. Everything was then destroyed as we had planned. The attack was pretty good. The only mess up which we sort of did was the random rally over here, but that didn't come to bite us in the back, and we still managed to grab the win. Although really slow, but still, it was a win regardless. So that is how you attack in ages below industrial. You use your alliance troops and you use sabotages, keep the town center sabotaged, and use all infantries to clear out everything else, and pray to God that your donated troops were able to destroy the town center in time. Uh, so yeah, I hope this helps. And for the people who are willing to learn how to do war hits, especially below industrial ages, this is by far the most effective and best way of attacking. As you saw, we were able to destroy a base in quite fast. 112 is not a time which I would have liked. It should have been less than 1 minute, but still. Uh, but still, this is how you attack in ages which are lower than industrial.